Hey guys, it's me, Jamie. As you all know, um, Waterloo was cancelled. Now, I want to clear up a few things and explain why this is the case. As well, I feel like you all deserve a proper answer. Keep in mind this video is very unscripted. The first thing I want to mention is probably the main biggest reason. There were just too many OCs on it. Now, when I say this, I don't mean as in stuff like, oh, I didn't want these OCs on it. No, genuinely, this was like, it, there genuinely was too many OCs. I think what needs to be stated is that, like, there were 50 to, like, no, not 50, but like, there was 30 to 40 OCs on it. You just couldn't, like, I just couldn't make a show with like that big of a cast. Even with like all that, it's just even when I did shorten the cast down to like probably around 20 in season one, that was still too much for me to handle. And well, it just didn't work out. I just couldn't handle the stress of writing for that many characters. But at the same time, I didn't want to say to people, I don't want your OC on Waterloo. I'm kicking you out. No, I genuinely didn't want to say that. It was just, it was a lot. It was just genuinely a lot. Now, I'm going to go into the second issue, and this one is ironically the opposite. There were too many members who got cancelled. I'm talking about people, for example, such as Marklin, who was going to be part of it, Melly, Bluey, and just a lot more. I I don't know. Like, Moses as well. It was like there was a lot of people who got cancelled, and to me, it like obviously turned out to be bad people. And to me personally, I felt like I kind of let a bunch of people down with letting them in. I, after all, I was the one who suggested like they join, and due to that, a lot of people were negatively affected. I don't know what I could say to that. It's like I genuinely just felt so much guilt for how badly people were hurt or betrayed just from me making genuinely stupid decisions. I I just didn't know what to do. I think the one of the final nails in the coffin was when one of my closest friends, um, Great Railroad Studios, got cancelled or was exposed for defending a zoo file and trying to lie on one of my other friends' names. That was when I really, and I mean really considered if I want to continue. and I could say with full confidence, I didn't. There was so much baggage on the whole thing that it didn't feel like I could continue. Another minor reason, and this one isn't too big of it, the Blake drama was also a big part in it. Blake himself has been harassing me over and over again. He's made edits, he's made like videos trying to get into Waterloo or harassing me and my friends about other stuff. And I just didn't want to continue knowing that people like him wouldn't stop trying to harass me, my friends, and anybody else to get in. So I cancelled it so that hopefully no one else is affected. It's a bit of a selfish choice, but I genuinely didn't know what else to do. I'm gonna so I don't want to leave this on a bad note. So I'm gonna show you everything that was completed for Waterloo episode 1. And I'll drop some background information about it afterwards. Enjoy, I guess, because this is probably gonna be the last time you guys ever see Waterloo.
Good morning, miss.
Alright, as you all know, the railway is nearing completion. However, we still have a lot to do. Recently, the railway board has noticed there are more opportunities to build the railway line near to the coast. So me and the board have decided to take this opportunity to expand the seaside line that runs alongside the beaches and leading to the harbour. Alex, Leon and Blair, you three will be helping to expand this said line, and as for the rest of you, you'll be just doing your usual work, finishing the main line all the way to the neighbouring railways.
Yes, Anderson.
Very good. Now then, I must be off. I am a very busy woman after all.
Wow, this railway has truly grown so much these past few months. It only feels like yesterday since this was a short line that didn't run anywhere.
Yeah, we get it, you old fart.
No need to be rude.
Wow. The coast. I've never worked near there before.
Really? I always thought you were the dock shunter.
No. Well, what did I ever say I was?
Well, I don't know. I just always assumed you worked at the harbour, considering your experience with shunting.
Well, no, I haven't.
Oh. Interesting. What about you, Leon?
I've looked at some docks back on the Great Western, but not for longer than a month, but I know my way around things.
Well, you all obviously know I work at many seaside and coastal areas, so there's no point in asking.
Oh, so that's why I don't see you outside of the sheds.
Yep, but it does get exhausting. Sometimes I wish there was like a god engine who could just do anything that way. I wouldn't even have to work and sort the trucks when I don't want to.
That wouldn't really be a good thing, though. I mean, it being able to do anything could lead us to getting scrapped.
I guess it would still be nice to get some extra help, especially with all the new renovations and extensions the railway's going through.
Ha! You're just lazy. The work isn't that hard.
Really? Does anyone here other than Juju think that the work isn't that hard?
I mean, I don't find it hard. It's actually pretty nice having this much work. Gives me the opportunities to see new places, like today for example. I'd rather be busy than cooped up in the sheds.
See? Plus the others don't seem to mind the workload. I mean, ask William.
What?
Well, William isn't exactly like us in the smoke box.
Boy, just because he thinks differently doesn't mean he's any less of an engine.
I'm not saying he is. It's just a fact that he is.
Once again, I keep telling you, you can't keep going.
How long do you think this will go on for?
Probably till tomorrow. You know how these two gets.
Well, likely you won't be listening to it for long. Here comes your crew.
Come on, Blair. We have to prepare our train now. Alright, yeah. See you later, Juju.
Once again, I keep telling you.
Alright, where and what do we need to pick up? We need to go to Rosemary Station and pick up a few flatbeds loaded with rails and sleepers, and Jean, Brandon, and Balby. Why are we picking up Jean, Brandon, and Balby? They're for the passengers.
Well, the typical working coaches aren't big enough to carry both them and their tools. So we need them to carry both the workmen and their tools.
Oh, check this out, I guess. Oh, hey, Bart. Do you...
Know where your goods train is? It's on silent free over there. Now get moving.
What about Jean, Brandon, and Balby?
They're in the carriage shed. Now bugger off.
Right, jeez, no need to be so rude.
Oh, come on, it's true.
And once again, I keep telling you, you can't keep calling other engines special special.
But it's true.
They're still arguing.
Told you it would be all night.
You know, it's honestly shocking they haven't even asked William about his view on it, considering it's about him.
Let's ask him then. William, what's your view on being called special? See, he doesn't care.
Fine. You win.
Yes! Yeah! Oh, better look next time, buddy. Yeah!
Great, now that your petty argument is over with, how did everyone's day go?
Just playing the regular
Oh, my day went fine. The beach was nice.
Yeah, you definitely liked the beach. So much you jumped off the rails and into the sand.
Why are you like this?
No way. Leon, you gotta tell us more.
Right, so basically, he knocked off his crew off the footplate and went rolling down the line, crashing into the sand when he reached the unfinished tracks.